Well, hello everyone. I am coming to you live from NHC at the Trace, which is an assisted living and, well, they have a full service facility for the aging in Nashville. This facility is about 3 years old, and my mother has been here for about 2 years now. And thank you, Kate. I am coming to you because yesterday first of all, that is a greenhouse, and it is so able to go in and garden. The beds are high, so you don't have to bend over, and they have soil and irrigation and the whole 9 yards. I presume it's being used, but I have never seen anyone in there. I'm going to turn this way a little bit. That's a little bit better, but I wanted to just I can't make up for yesterday. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me better. It's cold. I thought it was going to be warm out here. The sun's out, and I had a big hot spot off of the window over there, and I thought, wow, this is going to be just great. And hey, Daryl, hey, Jamela, thank you for tuning in. I think I'm going to do that because it's windy and my hair is still wet. I wanted to just talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. Let's see, Brian. I have Brian. I wonder if Brian in New Jersey is going to see the notification. I hear that YouTube is. I'm just letting Brian from New Jersey. He's a regular he regularly tunes in on Sunday mornings to my live stream. Where are you now? I've got to find you back. Okay, there you are. There he is. Brian, I was just saying that I saw your comment and I was telling you to tune in. But you are on top of it. You are such a great fan of Late Bloomer, and I so appreciate it. Anyway, I wanted to just talk a little bit about what happened yesterday at the Opryland, the live stream that I tried to do at the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center, which is huge, by the way. It's 9 acres. I'm not sure if the 9 acres are the garden part or the entire facility, but it's a big hotel. I mean, the whole point, of course, is it's a money-making machine. And they don't miss a trick everywhere in there to sell food or souvenirs or restaurants and all of that. So it's kind of, you go there and you don't really need to go anywhere else because they have entertainment, of course. I believe that the performing arts place is there too, although I didn't see that. At any rate, when I got there, I had a little bit of trouble with my tripod. I actually forgot to take my selfie, and I figured the Wi-Fi would be an issue, but she assured me at the front desk that it wouldn't be, that there was Wi-Fi access throughout all of the atriums. But I found, even before I started, that it seemed like the 3G network, or whatever the network is, was going to work better. And I knew I would not be able to just sit down and do a live stream from my laptop, which is what I'm doing right now. So that's the way that worked out. And I tried really hard to go around, but I know a lot of people were frustrated. And after the initial, my hardcore fans that tune in for the initial live streams, after that initial live stream is over, then it's a question of this piece of content living on your channel and trying to gain views. And I had a feeling that people who missed the live stream, who weren't there, would be too frustrated watching that. And so I unlisted it. It's still on my channel. If you missed it and you just really want to see it, it's an amazing place. They have 3 or 4. I'm not sure if there's a 4th, Magnolia. I didn't see that. She didn't talk to me about that. But they have 3 big attractions there with their garden conservatory, which is mostly just the plants and walking around that. And then they have the Cascades, which is the waterfalls. But when we went there, they were taking down the Christmas decorations, so I couldn't get too close to the waterfalls. And what I also found was when you go near the waterfalls, it disrupts the Wi-Fi. Not the Wi-Fi, I wasn't on Wi-Fi at that point. It disrupts the 3G. So people were complaining about the slowness of the video. And so I tried switching to the Wi-Fi, and then I lost the live stream connection, although YouTube was still streaming nothing. And so you guys were on commenting, and I couldn't even get back into my own stream to tell you. I had to go my stream like a regular viewer and say, hey guys, it's over. It was just one thing after another. And so I really appreciate your patience and you staying fans of this channel. And I just want, first of all, to thank everybody for that experience. Let me see who's here. Ashley, good morning. Where are you writing from, Ashley? And Kate, I got in touch with Kate right before I went live. I wasn't sure I'd be able to go live because, well, I just wasn't sure. This is the assisted living place where my mother has been for 2 years. And does everybody hear me okay, by the way? And is everything working okay? Hi, Remington. I'll wait, a domino effect. I'm not sure. Yes, well, that's what happened yesterday. And Daryl, of course, didn't mind all the issues because he's been there before and he knows how beautiful that place is. Hey, Mix, thank you for tuning in from Latvia. Okay, we have a handful of people here, and I'm so glad. I wanted to just talk a little bit about, and I don't know if you've been there yet in terms of with your own parents or grandparents, but I just want to give a shout out. I know Jack is not on right now. Rudden is our resident young meteorologist, and he is always sending me weather warnings from in Los Angeles to alert me about what he's hearing through his professional channels. He just lost his grandfather recently, and so I wanted to for everybody to send a big love to Jack. And he's probably in school. He should be in a class right now. So not expecting him to tune in, although I did text him. And I assume that most people will see this later. I only have a handful of people on right now because this is an unscheduled live stream. Green Gables Homestead. Good morning, Green Gables. Where are you? I forget. Let's see. From North Alabama. Oh, wow. You're only 2 hours from here. Well, I'll have to see you when I spend more time here. It's always a domino effect, Remington. You have no idea. But you know what? I am an actor, and I don't know if everybody knows that, but I've been a professional actor since 1980, and the show must go on. You decide the show's going on, and the show is going to go on one way or another. You're going to try your best, and you're going to do your best. And that's what I tried to do yesterday. And at one point, of course, you saw me. I was eating a muffin, and the phone literally dropped down on the sidewalk. So it was not too long after that the whole thing crashed. I wanted to talk a little bit about my observations. I've been posting. If you're on Instagram, please go to Late Bloomer Show and follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram at Kaye Cottrell. I'm on Facebook at Kaye Cottrell Actress, and I'm on Facebook at Late Bloomer Show as well. Of course, I'm on IMDb, and I have my own website that covers all the things that I do: writing, directing, filmmaking, and my show, Late Bloomer. But the main reason that I'm in Nashville this time is to see my mother. I missed seeing her last month, and I'm trying to make a commitment to come and see her once a month, as long as she lives. She's had a series of events in the last, I would say, 13 months, 14 months. She fell, and she got I forgot the name of it, but it's like a hairline fracture in one of the lower vertebrae. And, at her age, they don't do anything about it, but it's extremely painful, especially getting up and getting down. And I just remember in October and November, she was in such pain, and I was having to lift her. And I'm so glad I don't have to lift her because I'm still recovering from this. But in that way, she's doing so much better. And a lot of people have seen the post that I made on Instagram and have seen the pictures. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about, let's see, this gal on live now, please tune in. The last thing, they say the last thing to go, especially if you've ever actually sung. My mother was never a professional singer or anything, but she can carry a tune, and she learned all those hymns. And when you're going to church 3 times a week, which is what we did growing up, you're always, and we grew up in a church that's just singing with no instruments. So you're always just relying on the human voice. And my father could barely carry a tune, and she would have to tell him to kind of hold it down. In church, he would be belting it out, out of tune. And it was a joke within our family that he liked to sing anyway. But what I found the last time I was here, or the time before, October or November, I noticed that even though her short-term memory is really going, and her long-term memory was really, really acute. And I'm talking, hey, Seedaholic, I'm talking about aging and dealing with the aging parents. And hi, Connie, and hi, good morning, Lori. I'm so glad you guys all got to tune in. I'm just trying to kind of make up for yesterday. But what's on my mind today is aging, and what, I'm of course looking at my mother and seeing myself, and if I'm lucky enough to make it to 90, and it's difficult. And a lot of older people give up. I've noticed that they just give up, and they just want to die, and they just want to get it over with, or they want to be with their mate that they spent their whole adult life with. But yesterday she said, she was talking about being so old and feeble and everything, but she said, but I'm still here, and that beats the alternative. So, even though it's difficult and everything, she still wants to be here and be alive. And what I'm noticing now, especially this trip, because I started recording her. I'm talking about, if anybody's just tuning in, I'm talking about my mother and aging, and I'm at her assisted living facility in Nashville, because this was my primary focus to come in January. I never, ever traveled here back home. I left Tennessee when I left Tennessee when I graduated from UT Knoxville, and I never came back to the South. I went to New York, lived in Manhattan. I went to Los Angeles, bigger and bigger cities. And I started out in a tiny town, and I went to Knoxville, which at the time was about 200,000 people. Then I went to Washington, D.C., which was about 1 million or slightly less. I think maybe 800,000 or 900,000 people at that time. And then I went to New York, lived in Manhattan, and then I went to Los Angeles. I don't even know how many people are out. Anyway, I started recording her when I saw her starting to go downhill. I started recording her about, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I don't remember exactly. I would take my audio recorder, because it's funny. My mother has always been a very attractive woman, but she did not like to have her picture made necessarily, which was just so interesting, because when I would take a picture of her, I would take 1 or 2 frames. This is back in the film days when we didn't just shoot 1 million pictures, and we didn't have these gizmos to shoot endless numbers of photographs. And you'd because each and every single click of the camera you paid for when you got it processed. So you were selective about what you shot. You go, oh, there's a pretty scene, click. And then you'd walk over there and oh, there's a pretty scene, click, and that was it. You wouldn't have 500 pictures to go through. And so she would always say, well, that's enough, Kaye. I take 3 or 4 frames. That's enough, Kaye. And so when she started really aging, I thought, I want to capture some of her stories because she grew up in the Depression in poverty and had a very interesting life and very blessed life. And she feels incredibly grateful and blessed for her life. And so but all of these stories, picking cotton and this and all these things, living in a log cabin without electricity and all this stuff, I mean, a lot of people are going back to that now with homesteading and off the grid, but they're doing it by choice. And it wasn't her choice to live in poverty. But I would start videotaping her and she goes, Kaye, that's enough. I don't want, And so I knew I was never going to get these stories recorded if I put a camera in front of her face. So I put an audio recorder in front of her face, in front of her mouth. And she forgot about it. It was interesting. She just totally forgot about it. Hi, Gina. That's amazing, Kate. That's right. Well, Daryl, your mother's in better shape than mine. She's still living alone. But anyway, I was going to say that now I'm noticing, because I'm doing these audio recordings pretty much every time I'm coming, and she'll just talk and talk and talk. And it's always very clear memories of her growing up and past life and everything. And then everything in the recent past. I mean, it's hard for her to remember her grandchildren's names. Forget about her great-grandchildren's names. She still knows her children's names, but so much is gone. Even her biggest story in her life has always been the meeting of my father. Every detail, she had that crystal clear. And yesterday when I was recording her, even that was going. And I talked about this once before, is even though she can't read, she has macular degeneration, so she can't read, she doesn't watch TV, so the world is just closing in. And so unless somebody's there reading to her or interacting with her, now we have caregivers to come in for several hours each day and look in on her. But it's what I noticed the last time I was here is that she was able to remember the words to a hymn. Now, like I said, we went to church 3 times a week. And so we sang these hymns a lot. Wait, and I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to play this for you because I'm not going to sing you a song today as I have been doing, because I thought I wanted to introduce you to my mother, but first of all, she can't come outside. It's way too cold. And she would just be confused, and she wouldn't know to look at that little button and interact with you. She doesn't understand cell phones. She doesn't understand any of that stuff. So I did not tell her what I was going to sing. I didn't say, do you remember such and such hymn? Didn't say anything. I just said, I'll start and you jump in. And that's what we did. And I'm going to play that for you if I can make it go. Okay. Let's see. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling for you and for me. See, on the portals he's waiting and watching for you and for me. Come home, ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, oh sinner, come home.
That's pretty good. It's good. You remember that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Would you like to hear one more? I hope you'll say yes. Yesterday, let's see, this was yesterday.
Do you remember Jesus is tenderly calling?
Now, I did say to her before, did she remember that? She didn't. Wait, where am I?
Me home? All right, let's do that one. We're looking right here.
Wait.
Do you remember Jesus is tenderly calling me home? All right, let's do that.
Oh, shoot. I am so spastic. I'm sorry.
Do you remember Jesus is tenderly calling me home? All right, let's do that one. We're looking right here. Okay. Jesus is tenderly calling me home.
Why did that get big?
Today,
Stop it.
Calling today.
We couldn't. I couldn't remember the first part.
Farther and farther away. Calling today. Calling today. Jesus is calling, is tenderly calling today. That wasn't too bad.
Anyway, sorry about that. I couldn't seem to get the reflection off of the screen. Hey, Lena, little Luna. Hi, Kat. It's been a while since I've been in a live stream. Hope you're having a good day. Little Luna, I'm not going to be on very long, to tell you the truth. I need to get in and see my mother. I just wanted to check. Hi, Hakimi. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Diana. No, she doesn't, Green Gables. That would be so nice. That would be so nice if she did. She does not have that. They do have a church service here, but I don't know. She hasn't really connected to the person. Mix, you should get a recording of that, because you'll forget all that, and it's amazing. Hakimi, yes, just a little bit. Ecocentric. Let's see, who did? I missed the first part of that. Let's see, Daryl's so funny. Oh, that's fantastic, Connie. Everybody's got all these older parents. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Linda, Hakimi, Connie, Mix, Lori. Thank you. I'm going to do one more today. Oh, Ecocentric, really? Oh, yeah. Those are just ones that are still in my head from growing up. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Pedro, thank you. Oh, that's okay, Lori. It's just for a few minutes. I am going to go in and spend a couple of hours with her, and then then I'm going to go have lunch with my brother in Nashville, in this area that he has an idea that I might be happy to rent. Well, if you saw the live stream where that apartment complex is, it's part of that whole huge development. This whole area of Bellevue is just exploding. There's construction everywhere. Nashville is exploding. And the prices are going up really quickly, which is why I wanted to just thank you, Pedro. Pedro, where are you writing from? I don't remember. I'm sorry. My house, there's been no offers on my house at home, which means I'm still in limbo. And I have been moving boxes over to the apartment. And Celine, who is my young intern, who has been helping me move, and she's been helping me a few hours a week ever since August. Really, she helped me get ready for it's before that, because we did I don't have on my late bloomer t-shirt. Somebody bought a late bloomer t-shirt in the last few days, and I really appreciate that. If you guys want to support my channel, you can buy a late bloomer t-shirt. I am so excited because I rode on the plane over here with a young man who is kind of had his whole career in baseball. He's looked like he was about in his 40s, and he had so many amazing marketing ideas for me. And I got out my pen and I was writing as furiously as I could. So you may be seeing some opportunities. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transcribe my episodes into little booklets and put them on Amazon, and just sell them for like 99 cents or something like that. And since I have 600 of the videos, hopefully I can generate some income from that. That would be awesome. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I know, Cheryl. It is. I probably have. Try CBD oil for your mom's hip. Wait, somebody else is talking. I don't know. Pedro's in Brazil. Yes, I thought so. Pedro, and I just wasn't sure. I will send her love. Yeah, Christina, that's what I thought. So that's just one of the many ideas he had. And before too much time elapses, it's been 3 days, I need to get all of those notes written out, because I was writing fast and furiously on a little Post-it notepad, backs and fronts, and I'm going, and then they're like unsticking and coming, they're out of order, and I'm just going, oh, okay. And then somebody said, Kaye, why didn't you just turn on your audio recorder? Obviously, that's what I should have done. I know to use my audio recorder. Didn't do it. Anyway, oh, thank you, Steve. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's interesting because I talked to now Lisa is sending me more ideas. There's so many things I need to jump on, but it's my brain can only handle like so much at once. And I'm hearing now that possibly we lowered the price on the house. Possibly it's still too high, with the market. And so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, but that completely delays my getting over to Tennessee. It certainly delays my buying a homestead in Tennessee and starting that whole life. But I will be very busy in the next few weeks with this garden project. I don't know if you heard me talk about it in one of those live streams, but Moira, I've always had a hard time saying that beautiful name, Moira, my new friend, has said that I can completely transform her front yard down in Del Rey, which is part of Marina Del Rey. And she has a very sunny front and backyard. The backyard is mostly, pool and this thing and that thing. But the front yard, she's got 4 established fruit trees, and she has a fruit tree man that comes and takes care of the fruit trees. So I don't have to be responsible for that. But all of the plantings around the house, we need to redo the irrigation. We're going to do raised beds, and it's going to be a whole project. And we're going to take it one video at a time, one step at a time, not get overwhelmed, not try to redesign the whole thing all at once. She's vegan. They eat tons and tons and tons of produce and have a lot of vegetable scraps. And we're going to be utilizing all of that. So I'm really excited about that. And someone asked me the other, hey, Gilbert, let's see. Let's see. You guys are talking about stuff. Okay. Hopefully you have a contact for the man to speak again in person on phone. I do, Christina. Yes, he said, feel free to call me. I'm just going, wow, And in fact, they're about to buy a house. And I said, I really would, you still got a 4-year-old, an 11-year-old at home. And I said, I really want you to start learning how to grow your own food, because they're not doing that. They're in a rented house and they're just not doing that. A lot of people just don't think to do it and don't prioritize it because, in California, we have, if you're in a certain income bracket, you can afford to buy high quality food. It's there. It's available, really available. And, not so much when you get over here. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants, but I went to a restaurant last night. I will not name names. And I don't usually ever eat pizza, but you know, I had already tried a number of those restaurants over there, and this was pizza, and it was, I would say, it was probably the most unremarkable pizza I've ever eaten. There was nothing good to say about it. You know, usually you can say, well, that was a good crust, but they could have put more toppings, or, you know, it'd be nice if they had some organic vegetables on that pizza. No, this was just the absolute rock bottom of ingredients. Just those tomato slices that, you know, barely pink. Anyway, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's winter. Winter is coming. It's winter, and I mean, what we need are greenhouses. We don't need more malls. We don't need more clothes and shoes and electronics and all these things that people get caught up buying. We need food, healthy food. Every single neighborhood should have an organic health food market. You know, this is what we need. We need greenhouses. We need, oh gosh, there's so much we need. And it's so frustrating when I get out outside of California. You know, you get so very spoiled when you're in Los Angeles. And come out. Look out the window. I am out in the courtyard doing a live stream. Can you walk out here? My niece is here. I want you to meet her. I'm literally outside and I'm looking in your window, in her window. I'm looking in her window. Come on out for a second and let me introduce you. I have this darling niece. Her name is Elizabeth. And when she was little, we took a picture together, and she looked so much like me. I just thought, oh my gosh, now not so much. Her hair's darker. In the maybe she can't find me. Let me just call her. What are you guys talking about? She's not answering. I'm just outside Mother's apartment in that courtyard. Walk out that door. Oh, there she is. Hey! Who's with you? Ben. Oh, hey, Ben. Come over here and say hi. This is my niece, and let's see, what do we call Ben to me? Is he my nephew once removed, or my grandnephew? Okay. Oh, look, the lighting is so much nicer. Hey, Ben, look in there. Can you see me?
Good morning.
Wait. There's Ben. There's Ben's tongue, I should say. What are you eating?
Candy from my grandmother.
This is Elizabeth.
Hi.
Come here, Elizabeth. Do you think she looks like me? I was just saying that we had a picture together. Hang on. We had a picture together when you were little, and I was wearing a pink shirt and you were wearing beads or something. Remember that picture?
Pearls or something.
Pearls? Yeah. Don't you think she looks like me?
The Kittrell jeans.
Well, anyway, I'll be right in there. Are you going in there?
Yeah.
Tell her I'll be right in there.
Okay, sounds good.
I just wanted to. I had this disastrous live stream yesterday at the Aquaman thing. Oh my God, I'll tell you about it. Anyway, let's see. Okay, guys. Thank you, Steve. Let's see. Well, that's true, Kate. You know, I'm looking forward to spending more time in South Texas, if that's what you call Austin. I don't know that tree you're talking about. Jabuticaba. I don't know that tree. What is that? How did that come up? Oh, you have two, Daryl? Okay. I just wanted to, I know you guys are talking, and there's only 26 people here. Other people will see this later, so I just wanted to say that some people have written me, not many, a couple people have written me and said, "Are you still making garden videos?" Yes, of course I am. But I am in transition, and if you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, I hope you will subscribe. There are over 600 garden videos. That's what I wrote this person back. I have 600 garden videos. There is so much to learn from my channel. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I'm a late bloomer. I started gardening 7 years ago. I've learned a ton, and I've experienced a ton. But the most important thing that I've learned from gardening is connection. Not only connection between people who care about healthy food, but the connection between plants and the connection between the living organisms in the soil. There is so much connection. We're all connected all over this planet. And the internet, of course, makes it possible for me to talk to someone in Latvia or Trinidad and Tobago. Jamila is in Trinidad and Tobago. Pedro is in Brazil. Do we have any other countries here today? I know that this was a surprise. Stephanie Cox. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, I don't remember. Did you just sign in? Have we connected before? Which direction are you from Nashville, Stephanie? We'll have to. Kate is just being so responsible and posting all of my links. The most important thing you can do is encourage people to join my channel. It is starting to pick up again. December was just, I don't know, between what YouTube was doing, and it was just devastating. But this month I'm gaining 1,000 subscribers, so I need to turn that into 4,000. Because I have a big goal, everybody. I have a big goal. I want to be one of those 100,000 YouTubers by the end of the year. I want that plaque on my wall, and I want it deservedly. I want to create content that deserves the attention of 100,000 subscribers, and I'm going to try very hard to do that. Between this series that's coming up that I'm starting, I believe we're starting Saturday. We're going to start digging up the front section of Moira's front yard. Well, it's right by the house. Right now, her irrigation is dumping right under the foundation. And she said, that's what keeps me up at night, worrying about that water going down that foundation. So we're going to take that irrigation and not just spray it out from those. We're going to change the heads on that and bring that out and turn that into 1/4-inch drip irrigation to go around that bed and move it away from the foundation so that it can drip gently and not just, flood straight down. I'm cold. I'm going to have to go in, everybody. That's just a little bit of what's going on. I just wanted to connect with you because yesterday it was impossible to connect. I did get to show you some interesting plants in a beautiful place if you ever want to visit that, the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. But as I mentioned, I did unlist it. You can still find it on my channel, but I'm not going to, if it's unlisted, then YouTube won't share it. And I, believe it or not, the most views you get on a video are from non-subscribers. And so the content you want to put in front of non-subscribers, the content that you want YouTube to promote, on the right side is content you're proud of. And even though that is an amazing place, I'm not proud of the transmission, the connectivity that I had there. And so I have unlisted that live stream. But you have a lot of great things to look forward to. I can't wait to get back and start shooting. And also, my garden is exploding. This would be such a beautiful time for a buyer to see it and want to buy it. You know, the orange tree's loaded, the lemon tree's loaded. That fuchsia camellia bush is, I've never seen it on fire like this. It is absolutely stunning. And the blooms are that big, each one of them. And there are hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't know. It's incredible. I'm very excited about the future, everybody. This is the end of January. I've got 11 months to really make a difference in my channel growth and my garden growth and my whole life. And I'm going to be talking more about my transition in live streams coming up. So you're gonna learn a little bit more about what's going on. So just stay with me and have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful remainder of January, and I hope everyone stays safe and feels peace and joy and love in their life. And thank you so much for following me. And I look forward to reconnecting with you very soon. Mwah. Love you all. Now, the song I'm going to go in there, and I'm hoping that Elizabeth knows, is called, I don't know the name of the song. It's either Heavenly Sunlight or Jesus Is Mine. I'm not sure. maybe you guys know this. But the first few words, I can't remember. It goes, Heavenly Glory Divine. Hallelujah, I am rejoicing, singing his praises. Jesus is mine. Does that ring a bell? Okay, love you guys. Have a great week. And thanks so much for giving me a few minutes of your day. Flooding my soul with glory divine. But I know it's heavenly sunlight. It's heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Isn't it? Hallelujah. I am rejoicing, singing his praises. Jesus is mine. Is that the way it goes? Bye, Pedro. I will, Cheryl. That's what we're going to do when we go inside. And I'll share that on the next live stream. Okay. All right. I just heard that she's going upstairs to her chair exercise. So I really need to get in there and spend some time with her because I'm leaving today. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is it sunshine? Wait, it's heavenly sunlight. It's heavenly sunlight, not sunshine, right? I think it's sunlight. Heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. I started it too low. Heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I am rejoicing, singing his praises. Jesus is mine. All of these rooms here, no one is watching. Could have given them a real show. Have a great day. Is it sunshine or sunlight? Okay, we people are disagreeing. You know what? Sunshine, sunlight, it's all the same thing. And it 2 syllables, it still works. Heavenly sunshine, flooding my soul with glory divine. Yeah, sunshine works. Mwah. It doesn't want to end.